Channel 5 announced their new host for the return of Blind Date. Is it Channel 5?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, where else? And it got really serious because it's Paul O'Grady, one of the best presenters in the business, great friend of Scylla, so he's stepping inside her shoes.
There's a connection to the past, well done.
Connection to the past, and he's going to turn it into something really big. I mean, when I heard they were reviving it, I thought, well, you know, why not, you know? But now they've got Paul O'Grady, I think it could be a massive hit. And the point is there's a whole generation out there that don't even really know what Blind Date was. So it can have a new lease of life. I'm quite excited about it.
I just wonder if when it comes on screen, people will be trying to swipe left. Get rid of that person. So let's kick off our reviews by looking back to Sunday when Channel 4 concluded their Crufts coverage with the crowning of the winning dog. Now I get the seer comparison. I can see very clearly.
You got it now.
What do you make of the coverage of Crufts? Because I like dogs, but I didn't really understand much of what they were saying.
I mean, the thing is that people who take part in Crufts and people who find Crufts fascinating are in themselves a breed apart. So Channel 4's coverage of it, having taken it from the BBC in 2008, when the Beeb decided certain breeds were cruel, I don't know whether that controversy continues, but it doesn't seem to me to be a forum of cruelty. Channel 4's coverage is extensive. I mean, hours and hours of it last weekend, culminating in a 2.5-hour finale, which I ploughed through. 22,000 dogs are narrowed down to 7 finalists for the Best in Show.
Did you find yourself rooting for any particular dog?
I quite like the Newfoundland, but no, the answer to that is no, not really. I'm a great dog lover. I've got 2. And neither of which would have won on Crufts. So I've got a Cocker Spaniel. His hair isn't like Miami Ink's there. I mean, that's what I find a bit strange, the way they cut their dog's hair. I mean, you're just making this dog look weird, you know. So Miami Ink there is an American Cocker Spaniel, 2 years old, and apparently quite controversial because it's a sort of fairly contentious breed for some reason. Anyway, Claire Borden presents, Ewan Thomas does some reporting, Peter Purvis hangs on in there after all these years. It preaches to the converted, but even dog lovers like me, I think you find it it's all a bit weird.
Is there a bit of sort of cult attraction for people who are, you know, ambivalent about dogs? Could you watch it and enjoy it? I
find that it's actually for enthusiasts, real enthusiasts only. Even people like me who dip in from the outside, it just all seems a bit, like, odd, to be honest with you. But I don't think it does any harm. The dogs seem to enjoy it. The owners love it. What the hell?
It's not going anywhere. Back next year. On Tuesday night, 5-star screen Home and Away spin-off All or Nothing, following the prison antics of bad boy Gunno, who's got it in for Braxton brothers Kyle and Heath. Here's a look. Definitely, Kev, has that movie sort of look about it. They're saying it's the bloodiest Home and Away episode ever, or because it's a longer one. Did it work?
Yeah, it kind of did. I mean, it was quite gritty. It was quite good. The Braxton brothers kind of basically one of them breaks into prison while Gunno chases Kyle. It's very gritty. There's a lot of fairly graphic violence in it. It was pretty well done. I quite enjoyed it. I mean, among the things I never thought I'd do is to sit down and watch a film-length version of Home and Away.
Did it work as a standalone, or did you have to be invested in Home and Away beforehand?
No, it worked. It sort of worked. There are a lot of strands coming in from the soap, but if you have no idea what was going on, you could still enjoy it. So I was surprised at how kind of gritty and compelling it was.
Do you reckon they'll do more of these kind of things?
Well, they did 2 this week. They did the day before. They did one called Revenge. This one was called All or Nothing, and I think they should do more because it sort of takes soap into a new area and kind of gives it a kind of validity.
It's funny, isn't it? Because you see some of the big soaps doing that kind of thing, and particularly in the promos for some of the biggest soaps in this country, they look incredible, and then you think, but actually, it's just for the normal soap. There's a disparity between how they promo it and what you end up watching.
People who make soaps are very experienced. They're the hardest working people in television, so they know how to do this. So they've just taken it to another level with this film-length thing, and it was surprisingly good.
OK. On Wednesday, brand new Swedish thriller Midnight Sun kicked off on Sky Atlantic. No subtitles.
Well, you don't need it because she's French, he's Swedish. She's flown to Sweden because a French national has been killed in dramatic fashion in Sweden. So their mutual language is English. So you don't need too many subtitles with this, which is good. There are some, but not that many. It's really good because it's in the Arctic Circle, fabulous scenery, and very, very graphic violence. The guy who died was, I can say this because it's been on, was strapped to the blade of a helicopter, and then they set it going, and then it got faster and faster and faster, and then his head came off. So it's not for the faint-hearted,
No.
but it's a very mysterious saga, and it's extremely compelling and very good to look at. So it's Nordic noir on top form again.
Is Nordic noir still as hot as it? I mean, you know, it was big with The Bridge, but I thought Nordic noir had been replaced by hygge and sort of, you know, Danish coziness, that sort of thing, but clearly not.
Well, no, I think you know, I think that the Scandinavians now quite rightly think they have a heritage with this sort of stuff,
yeah,
and they do it very well. The good thing about the Midnight Sun is it's very colourful. It's very pretty to look at. Nordic noir, traditionally, it's very grey, sepia, yet no colour. Whereas this, and very urban and metropolitan, this is in the wild, the vast, expansive, beautiful-looking Arctic Circle. So it's really intriguing. I'm looking forward to the rest of the series.
Best viewed from the top of a helicopter. Looking ahead now, Sunday sees crime drama Veera back on ITV, and she's got a new case on her hands investigating the death of a wildlife ranger. It's funny, Kevin, you know, if they were speaking with different accents, that could have been Midnight Sun. That has a sort of gritty Nordic look about it, doesn't it?
Well, it's up on the coast of Northumberland, so it is very windswept and wild and kind of mysterious. So it unfolds against this kind of strange backdrop. Brenda Breathin, of course, plays DCI, is it? What's her name? Veera Stanhope. Got a trusty sidekick, Aidan. They're investigating a murder on this Seagull Island, and it's a 90-minute drama. It's well established now, and ITV do these things very, very well, and they are good ratings bankers for them. I think that ITV wants to make more and more 90-minute whodunit type dramas because they pull in vast audiences. So this is very professionally done and well worth watching if you're not doing anything else on Sunday night.
She's very watchable.
Yeah, she's good. She's a great actress,
yeah,
obviously.
Really good.
She's a kind of... Veera is a kind of a female Columbo. You know, bit sort of scruffy, seems to be haphazard, but it's all going on.
Yeah,
you know she's the cleverest one in it.
Good one. I'll set the recorder. Meanwhile, here on Channel 5, Neighbours fans have a treat in store as it is London week on the Aussie soap. Toady finds himself in trouble in our very own capital city. It's true, every black cab driver does wear a flat cap when mowing down tourists.
And in these kind of dramas, people always say, call an ambulance now. I'd like, no. You do it.
Was he doing the classic thing of crossing the road, looking... Actually, they drive on the left in Australia, so there's
that's
no
probably what was at the heart of the problem here. I'm not going to tell you what happens, but if I'm... without revealing what happens, Toady will probably get paralysed. He's paralysed for about 6 months a year due to various accidents that befall him all the time. So he comes to London. He's looking for his long-lost daughter, Willow, and the wife that disappeared that returned, Dee. And again, I don't want to spoil it for people, but let me tell you how the search goes. He goes, right, Piccadilly Circus, Tower Bridge, Buckingham Palace, and
London Bridge is falling down.
No! So it's tourist sites only.
I love it when the soaps, and particularly Neighbours and Home and Away, go out of their comfort zone. They come to Britain because obviously a lot of us watch it here.
Neighbours does it especially because, of course, it's got a big British audience, so they like to keep that connection going. So usually about once a year they come to London. Let me just tell you that this has got some really, really good scenes in it. Some very, very exciting plot developments that will have fans on the edge of their seats.
Really? Is Toady going to be on The Right Stuff next week?
I should imagine he will be. But let me tell you that, again, not wishing to spoil things, but things become rather strained between him and Sonia for
Do they?
a very difficult reason.
I'm reliably informed that Telly was on the show when they were actually filming Neighbours in London. Wish I was on for that.
Yeah, they do it in the past. It's not live.
I know, it's not. It's not real.
The things I have to
Kevin.
help you with, you know.
Oh.
Do feel free to comment and give us a thumbs up if you feel inclined. For more clips from the show and exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, click here. If you're new to the channel, click the subscribe button here to be automatically informed when new videos are available. Links to our other social media platforms can be found in the description. Thanks for watching.